Sicilians did mount Black Hand forays, but almost always acted on an individual basis and did so before joining an organized crime family, where the activity was considered as disrespectful of the ideals of the Onorata Società 101 as they were transmitted from Sicily. In Sicily, in the beginning, racketeering was undertaken with a degree of wariness, almost as if they were looking for justification. 102 The Catania, Sicily, Casca never thought of wholesale extortion, or of demanding a cut from shopkeepers. If we had to think about extortion, Catania member Antonino Calderone stated, we'd think about the big landowners, about the rich and not the small. 103 Celeste Morello contended that U.S. mafiosi acted as protectors of the community from attack. The mafiosi held themselves out respectfully as law-abiding, and their neighbors knew to go to these men if any extortionists harassed them. 104 No case emerged of U.S. mafia organizations involving themselves in the Black Hand. Furthermore, the potentially risky shakedown racket went against the instinct of first-generation U.S. Mafia leaders to favor caution in their ventures. 105 Original American Mafia chieftains were frequently pillars of the Italian community, involving themselves in politics, and earning a living from self-employment. Vito Guardalabine, the 1910s Milwaukee boss, and his underboss Joseph Valloni, were typical. 106 Guardalabine, until his 1921 death, was as active as Valloni in legitimate ventures, and his approval was necessary to any political aspirant in the Third Ward of the city. 107 His neighbors knew Philadelphia family head Salvatore Sabella as a respected storekeeper. 108 Buffalo's Joseph Peter DiCarlo was equally recognized as one of the better class of Italians in the city. However, several instances were identified of men who would later join and even lead families being involved in the Black Hand prior to their mafia membership. Joseph DiGiovanni, subsequently of the Kansas City outfit, elite, was arrested in July 1915, with several associates, for sending a Black Hand letter. 109 Jack Dragna, 1940s boss of the Los Angeles Brigade, was accused of sending Dominic Lauricella threatening letters, also in July 1915, when handwriting experts linked him to the notes. Chicago's Bruno Rodi could be included in this bunch, operating as a big shot in the Black Hand at the turn of the century. 110 Sam Zito, a brother of Springfield Mafia boss Frank Zito, was seized in 1914, using the United States mails for blackmailing purposes, in Benald, Illinois. A prominent Italian merchant in the town had been threatened unless he handed over $1,000. The letter was signed with a dagger and cross. 111 Zito was believed to be a member of a gang, active throughout the state of late. 112 Frank Corby, afterwards a Gambino family crew leader in Baltimore, was a brother of Pasquale, Patsy, Corby. A reported attempt was made to kidnap the child of a wealthy merchant for ransom in 1923 Clarksburg, West Virginia. A bomb had also wrecked his store a year earlier. 9 men were arrested, including Patsy Corby. 113 gang leaders were Calabrian, apparently with their own initiation rituals. The same crowd also gunned down Angelo Cambria in Uniontown, after he left the restaurant owned by Gaetano, Guy, Volpe, one of 6 Volpes of the Pittsburgh Mafia, also Calabrians. Stefano, Steve, Zaccoli and Stanislao, Charles, Carbone, later to become members of the San Jose, California Familia, were suspected blackhanders in their younger days. Both born in the same town in Calabria, Pennsylvania, Zaccoli was said to have engaged in the Black Hand in the 1920s. Carbone was an alleged member of a Johnsonburg, Pennsylvania, ring, and was acquitted of the 1927 murder of Bruno Valva, another member who challenged him for the gang's leadership. Also in the category of future mafiosi who practiced the Black Hand were the Pittston